Hello and welcome to the YouTube series on how to write compelling, engaging emails to increase your engagement and conversions in your email marketing. In this video, we will talk about how you can master the art of personalization in your email copy. The more personalized you can make the email, the more likely someone is to open. We discussed personalization in the subject line in the previous video. You'll find a link to that video around somewhere on the screen or popping up on the side. This video is talking about strategies you can use to increase your personalization so you can increase the engagement and conversions. Hi, I'm Sam. I'm the founder of Fruitful Marketing, and I've been involved in direct response, copywriting, marketing, and focusing on email marketing, in particular daily emails, for close to a decade now. And we help businesses with a high ticket offer or membership or any other business that meet a certain criteria to increase your conversions, get more book calls, and get more sales from leveraging your email list. So this video is all about how you can increase the personalization in your email. So first of all, why is personalization important? So imagine a scenario. You're in a crowded room. All of a sudden, someone shouts your name. What do? There could be 1,000 people in the room and you hear your name. I'm pretty sure that you're going to start looking around and trying to find who actually called you and what's going on. So that is the one word that you will respond to, and it's the one word which will pretty much guarantee to get your attention all the time, and that's your name, that's your first name. So the more you can personalize based on the first name and add personalization to the email, the more attention that you're going to get. But personalization is more than just adding the first name. Now, let's be real. You open your inbox and there's a lot of emails with the subject line using your first name. And there's a lot of emails that personalize based on your first name. So in order to stand out, you need to go much further than this, much deeper than this. And when you can, you will have a stronger connection with your target audience. You'll build this emotional connection. Your target audience will feel like they resonate with your email copy, they resonate more with your brand, and they'll have that sense of familiarity, which when you do this over a longer period of time, this is how you can turn a subscriber who opted in for a lead magnet, or a subscriber who opted in after booking a call for your service, or someone bought your low ticket offer and then receives your emails, into loyal fans of your brand, and they can't wait to actively receive your content. It all starts, one aspect of this is the personalization. So how can you do it? So one way of personalizing emails will be based on behavior. So what do I mean by behavior? So behavior is when you're when you're tracking the data, there's different automated sequences that you can send out, and you can track what's happening and whatnot. So for example, you could have an abandoned cart, you could have some kind of a email sequence going out if people clicked on a certain link or opted into something. You sent an email with an opt-in for something. You can have behavior-based emails if someone opted in to join a waitlist. The key here is you need to be able to know what behavior they did in order to trigger an automation. So you segment the list, and so you have this segment here did this behavior, this segment here did this behavior, this segment here did this behavior, and then you can write the emails based around that. So say for example, you would want to send a very different message to someone that had a cart abandoned than someone that just opted into your list, and you want to nurture them to book a call. And this is where the personalization can be in, based on the behavior. And just a quick statistic here is something I saw from Get Response, that if you send an email, if you personalize an email based on the behavior that someone does, they're 3 times more likely to be opened than one that's a bit more generic and general. And if you remember from the last video, when discussing why it's so important to focus on your open rates, because I think it was, I forget the source, but I think it was 47% of people open an email based on the subject line. So you want to make sure that you personalize your subject line to get people to open to start off with, and then the email to be personalized as well, and you'll get a much higher response. So that's how you can do the behavioral-based personalization. So the next thing to consider here is this takes the behavior-based a step further, is to segment your list. So what does segmenting your list mean? It means that instead of having one big list with 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 50,000 people, you have one big list, but you have different tags on different people, which means if you want to send something out about offer A, which is suitable for target audience A, you can send it out in a personalized way only to the recipients that I'm going to respond to best, rather than sending it out to everyone at the same time. So for example, an example that you can use is if you have a pet shop and you have an offer selling cat food, you want to send that cat food out to people on your email list for them tagged that they are cat owners and not to everyone. And then that way only the cat owners are going to receive the email, and then they will respond to it. But when it comes to segmenting your list, there's lots of different ways you can do it, but a few important ones in terms of boosting conversions and sales would be, number one is the recency of joining your list, or better still, the recency of buying from you. And the reason for that is that someone who has bought from you in the last few days is more likely to buy from you again than someone that has bought from you 6 months ago. And another useful way to segment your list, optimize for conversions, is based on the number of times that someone's bought from you. So if you have your email list, you want to segment it in a way where you can have people that have not bought from you, first-time buyers and repeat buyers. There's a statistic that's thrown around a lot in marketing that goes something like, someone that's bought from you in the past is between 10 to 16 times more likely to buy from you again than a first-time buyer. So therefore, if you've tagged your list in a way where you've got the non-buyers and the buyers, if you're sending emails out to people on your list that have bought from you in the past, and then you can personalize it based on the product or service that they bought from you in the past, they're much more likely to buy from you than sending it out to everyone as well. And then the people who are even more likely to buy from you again, and people that have had that behavior in the past, and someone that has bought multiple times from you in the past is more likely to buy from you. So if you're about to launch a new offer, a new high-priced offer, if you've segmented your list in this particular way and you want to make fast sales for the founders version of your offer, then you probably want to identify the people that have bought all of your other offers first and then send it to them, because you'll get more conversions based on their behavior. So that would be another way to segment your list. And then of course you would personalize it in a way, especially in the subject line to get them to open it. If it's repeat buyers, you can just sort of perhaps someone that has access to all of your programs, they might be, you can just send them an email saying, inviting you to this special club, off the top of my head. And then in the email, you just basically explain to them that I'm sending this email that people who've bought product 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm creating this special community, this special club for you, blah, 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 you're VIPs because you bought everything from me. And then that would make them feel special. And then you can tag all the people that receive that, and then you can personalize all future content which specifically goes out to these people with VIP in the subject line, or whatever it is that you want to do. And then you make people feel special whenever they see the subject line and you put VIP or whatever word it is, they automatically know, and then they're then primed to receive the email, what's actually in the email. Other ways that you can segment your list for personalization, it could be on demographics. So this might be a little bit more difficult because you're asking for more personalized information. But if you have an offer that, for example, one that I like to use in other videos is if you have a gym membership, for example, so gym subscription, you can sell that same membership to pretty much anyone. You would just need to personalize the email, the offer and the sales process to a specific avatar. So you could potentially personalize it to stay-at-home mums who might want a gym membership. You could personalize it to people who might work day shifts and would need to use the gym on the night. You could personalize it for people over 60, you can personalize it for people under 30, and if you could include that information in the subject line, if you have it at hand, then the people who it applies to, it's going to capture their attention like that, and they're going to open it. And this would be much more powerful combined with using their first name as well. Another kind of way that you can segment the list would be on location. So for example, where I live in Malaysia, an example might be, will you be in Kuala Lumpur, which is the capital of Malaysia, on these dates? And then if I live in and around Kuala Lumpur, that's going to capture my attention and I'm going to click on it. And then likewise, if you're in a specific area, you can use the name of the location, and then the people that are in that location are going to respond to it as well. And then another way that you can segment your list for personalized stuff would be based on their individual preferences. And so what this basically means is, in terms of individual preferences, you could create lots of different content ideas based around lots of different hooks for your offer. You might have lots of different products and services for lots of different types of people. And then if you were to include a link in your email that would take people to a landing page, you could tag people who click the link to the landing page. Let's say the landing page has an opt-in to watch a webinar, workshop, whatever it is you want to call it. And then people that opt in, you could tag that, okay, so this was on topic A, this person clicked the landing page and they opted in to watch the webinar on topic A. So next time you want to send something on topic A, you would send it only to people that have shown that this is the type of content that they click on and that they prefer and that they like. And then you can personalize it in that way. But the best thing that you can do here is mix and match everything. Use the first name in the subject line, personalize the subject line, watch the previous video for more ideas on that. Personalize based on their behavior, the sales process, where they're currently at. Personalize based on their individual preferences, what they do, their location, their buying behavior, their purchase history, their demographics. Another thing that you can do to personalize to build a emotional connection would be this would be in the way that you articulate things, and you can personalize things to have so it resonates with your target audience if you can clearly articulate the pain that they're experiencing, and if you can articulate how they're feeling using the language that they use, then that is another way to personalize, and they will feel closer to you as a result. And so this video has gone on a little bit longer. Basically, in terms of what you can do to implement it, as always, when it comes to emails, especially when you start out, you want to kind of test things. And what you probably want to do here is, there's so many different ways that you can segment your list, different behaviors, different things that you can do. So don't complicate things. Try one thing first and figure that out, and then move on to the next thing and figure that out and move on to the next thing. Because if you're trying to test too many things at once and trying to figure out too many things, it's quickly going to get complicated and snowball out of control. If you wanted my opinion on the best way to implement the stuff in this video, what I would probably suggest is to start off with what your goal actually is. What is your business goal? If your goal is to increase conversions, sales, number of book calls, which is what I tend to specialize in, then I would probably try to focus more on the recency of when they opted into your list, or the recency of when they bought from you. So if, as I mentioned, someone that buys today is more likely to buy from you again in the next weeks or so than someone who bought from you a year ago. So the recency of purchase, and the other one is the frequency of purchase. So if you can find someone that has bought a lot of things from you, and they bought something from you quite recently, that might be the perfect time to send them an email optimized for sales or conversions, especially if you can give them the right offer. The other things that I would focus on personally is, because I don't like to overcomplicate things with lot too many segmentations and too many different things going on. I would try to articulate the pains the most, find out what motivates people what they're struggling with, and the more you can articulate that and then show case studies and proof of how you solve that for other people in a similar position, the more people are going to resonate with it. And that's kind of the whole point, isn't it, of having emails that are personalized, is because you want your copy, what you're saying, what your message is, to resonate with them in a way that motivates them to take action. And when you can articulate their pains in a way, they really do feel that connection and they want to take action. Okay, that's all I've got for you. If you'd like to know more about how Freedom in Marketing can help you implement any of the strategies in this video, reach out to me in the link below. That's all I got for you. Make it a great day. See you in the next video.